people. So I want to talk about Tristyn Lee. How's he so skinny but yet so muscular at the same time? Is it possible to pack on that amount of muscle with his frame while being like legit, genuine, trustworthy? Well, let me explain to you that Tristyn Lee, we're not sure if he's on steroids, right? But even if he is, we're not going to be talking about that. I'm going to be explaining how he developed his physique and how he maintains it, right? So Tristyn Lee, he loves bodybuilding. This is his passion. This is his career, perhaps, but this is his passion, his hobby. He absolutely loves bodybuilding. So with that being said, if you have a passion for something, you will stay committed to that for a very long time with laser focused, eyes. Essentially, that's what he's doing. He's super laser focused, super dialed in the bodybuilding lifestyle. So of course he's gonna go hard every single time, try to build more muscle than last time, be bigger than last time, more shredded than last time, because he is keen on a certain physique. And when you are keen on a certain physique, you're gonna stay committed to that goal. So the way he maintains his physique day by day, year by year, or whatever, is because he is very keen on that type of physique. He wants to stay shredded year round. He wants to be very muscular year round. So he has to have everything dialed in, right? So he focuses on calorie deficit. He focuses on the keto diet, and he focuses on exercising very hardly, right? So when you go about a keto diet, you are restricting carbs and you'll enter ketosis. Ketosis utilizes your own body fat as energy. Therefore, you're going to burn a whole lot of fat throughout the day and you're going to stay shredded. And that's why people who go about the keto diet, if you guys want a video about that, click here somewhere or in the description. When you go about keto diet, that's the best way to burn fat and to keep the fat off your body, because you are using ketones as energy, not the carbohydrates. And when you do this for day by day, year by year, you're going to maintain a shredded physique. And this is how Tristyn Lee is able to maintain his shredded physique, is because he uses the keto diet approach. He doesn't overeat. He stays in a calorie deficit. He's very clean. His food is very nutritious. So overall, he's healing the body, detoxing the body, but yet making his body a fat burning machine. Okay, that's what he's prioritizing on. He focused on the fat burning aspect, right? Now, along with that, of course, he's exercising, working out, lifting weights, being a bodybuilder. Okay, now this is where the skeptical people come in and try to analyze him and stuff like that. But I got scared. Someone walked by. Um, his strength is amazing for how low of a body fat he has. Um, but he's not that big, people. He's really not that big, as in his mass. How much mass he's got packed on his frame. He's not big by any means. He's not, and he can't. Anyone who's on a keto diet for a very prolonged time, they cannot be massive. Okay, I'm talking about massive. Okay, the way he looks is I wouldn't say deceiving, but it's all about the angles that he goes about. Angles is everything, people, right? And of course the lighting and things to that nature. But he's not that massive. And the fact that if you watch other people's YouTube videos regarding him or meeting up with Tristyn Lee or whatever, right? They always say Tristyn Lee is very small, smaller than I thought, smaller than I imagined, right? But his physique, on the other hand, we're talking about mass, but his physique, his muscularity, the maturity of the muscle itself is big. It's there. It's more prominent than fat, because he has no fat. And overall, he looks like a freak of nature, because he's got muscle fibers, showing everywhere, which is hard to acquire, because you got to really put in the hard work. I'm talking about blood, sweat, and tears. Okay, I know what it takes in order to get fibers and density and maturity and stuff like that. He's not massive. The only reason why he's so big is because he's super shredding. He looks insane. He looks like a freak, and he's small. He has that kid face. He looks like a child. So of course he's gonna gain that fame, that attention, that popularity. But in reality, a lot of people are criticizing him for his physique and his diet, because he's somewhat malnourished in my opinion. I mean, there's a big old debate on that, whether if, depleting carbs is being malnourished or not. But yeah, basically that's how Tristyn Lee maintains his physique. He stays in a calorie deficit, uses a keto diet, and works out very hard. So when you keep up with that, stay dialed in, stay on track, right? There's no way possible. There's no way that he could lose muscle because he's focusing on high protein. There is no way he cannot build muscle because he does focus on bodybuilding. He works out every day, probably 7 days out of the week, He does prioritize recovery. He does prioritize nutrition. He does prioritize everything as a bodybuilder should be doing. And this is how people maintain their physique. Doesn't matter if you're big, doesn't matter if you're small, doesn't matter if you're massive, doesn't matter if you're ripped, shredded, whatever. Okay? And I know what it takes in order to develop and maintain a lean physique because I have a ripped physique myself. I got abs, I got aesthetic lines, I got everything. I'm not the best bodybuilder, but it's mental. It's a mental game, people. A lot of people don't have this mental power or strength to endure such harsh conditions because your body doesn't like to be in 3%, 5% body fat. It doesn't. Your mind starts playing tricks on you. You start feeling tired, more fatigued, less power, less energy, depressed, anxious, foggy-minded, everything. There's a whole list of negative effects when you go super shredded mode. So, and that's the other thing that Tristyn Lee don't really informs us about is how he copes with his lifestyle or his life, his mind. Now, there has been some posts that he's been posting on social media regarding his mental health. So I'm assuming that the critics and the internet has been getting to his mind a little bit, but he's still staying strong and he's durable, which is great because you need a durable mind to receive all of these criticisms and to be that famous. So now let's discuss about steroids. Ultimately, that's the best bet, if you want to analyze him. But, we can't take away the hard work that he's put in. But, of course, if you use steroids, it's going to be much easier to promote fat loss along with building muscle and having high amounts of strength because that's what steroids do. And if you look at Tristyn Lee, he's got everything what a steroid user has or possesses. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to dictate whether if he does or doesn't use steroids. But other than that, I really don't care. I just want to discuss on how he developed his physique and how he maintains it. Thanks for watching.